Hey guys, today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look. It's kind of a dark green and purple smoky eye. I'm going to be using a lot of new products in this video, and the eyeshadow palette I'm using is the Smashbox Cover Shot palette in the shade Smoky. So I'm going to be testing out some products that are new to me, giving you guys my thoughts, and just having fun trying out some new stuff. So if you guys want to know how to get this look and want to see me trying out some new stuff, then just keep watching. First off, I'm going to moisturize my face, and for that I'm using this Kim Tai / Ofra collab, and this is a moisturizer called Wanderlust. This is a brand new product, and I really like it as a moisturizer. It has some priming properties to it too, so I feel like it really primes my face before my foundation. I'm just going to let this dry using a Lit Cosmetics fan really quickly to speed up the process. And then I'm going to go in with this little thing that I got in an advent calendar. It's the Balance Me Instant Pore Minimizer, and I'm just applying this to my cheeks where my pores are extra large, and also my laugh lines, because it says that it kind of diminishes your expression lines as well. I honestly did not see that much of a difference after wearing this throughout the day, but whatever. So now moving on to the brows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Taupe. I'm just going to lightly brush this through my brows, kind of define them. I haven't used this on its own yet. I've used it in conjunction with other products, but using it on its own for the entire brow, I think it actually looks really good. Priming my lids with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and then I'm going to move on to the eyeshadow. I love the packaging on this. It is so cool. I've never seen a makeup package like this before. Anyways, I'm just starting out with this light taupe shade, and I'm taking this on a Smith 230 blending brush. I'm just going to blend this right into the crease. And I'm just ever so slightly winging it out too. I wanted this look to be kind of elongated and smoky, so I'm winging it out a little bit past my eyes, and then I'm taking a larger blending brush, which is the Smith 232, and just diffusing that crease color. Taking my Pixie Glow Mist, I think it's called, I'm going to use this to wet my brush and dip into that green shade. I'm using the Smith 253 to pat this all over the lid, up to the crease, and I noticed that there's not actually any fallout with this. I might have gotten like just a tiny bit, but the color is amazing. It's so pigmented and rich. I just love the color, and I think it performed really well. So I'm just applying this to the majority of my lid. I'm leaving that inner third or so blank because I'm going to be putting a silver color there. I'm just using the other clean side of this brush so I don't have to dirty two brushes. I'm just going to apply this in the inner corner that I left bare, and I'm going to blend it onto the green a little bit as well, maybe like almost halfway across the lid. I'm going to dip my brush into just a tiny bit more of that green, and I'm just going to use that green to blend into the gray a little bit, just so it goes from like a dark green to a light green to that silver. Taking that matte gray, I'm taking that on a pencil brush, and I'm just going to start darkening up that outer V color. I am going to darken it up with the black later, but I just did not know how dark these were going to be. But it does look pretty good. If you don't want it to be super dark, you can just stick with this gray in the outer corner, and I did make it kind of pointed. And now I'm taking this Cosette S185 blending brush and just blending that into the crease so it's not super harsh. Now taking that shimmery black eyeshadow, which actually doesn't look too shimmery on the lid, which is good, I'm just going to darken up that outer V like I mentioned because I felt like it wasn't black enough. I love this eyeshadow palette. I have used 2 of the new Cover Shot palettes by Smashbox. If you guys want to see me use another one in a tutorial, let me know which one you'd like to see and I'll do that. Moving on to some eyeliner, I'm using this Kiss NY Pro liquid liner, which I've used a couple times, and I really like it. It's not super black, but if you go over it maybe like twice, it's pretty good. So I'm just doing a really thin line and just winging it out kind of slightly, not doing it super thick because I don't want to hide any of the eyeshadow that I just put down. Now for mascara, using the Maybelline Lash Sensational, which is one of my new favorites. I'm just going to apply a quick coat before I apply some falsies, and for that I'm using the Hypnotti, I think they're called Seduction or Seductive lashes, I don't know, I will check and leave that down below. I'm just applying this with some Duo adhesive, which isn't my favorite, but it's okay, and just applying that with some tweezers. And then for foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me, the dewy version, and this is in the shade 110, and I'm applying it with one of these new e.l.f. sponges. This came in a 3-pack of different sizes. This is the medium size. I like these. They're a little bit more dense than like the Beauty Blender or the Real Technique sponge. And then I realized that somehow I got some black eyeshadow on it, so I had to switch out for the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, which I like, I think, a little bit more than the e.l.f. ones, but the e.l.f. ones are still good. Moving on to this Brightening Peach Under Eye Concealer by Pixi. I'm just going to apply a really tiny amount of this right under my eyes to get rid of that dark color. And then just taking my trusty, handy dandy MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. I haven't used this in forever because I just have so many other newer concealers that I just forgot about this MAC one. But it is one of my favorites, and I'm just applying this under my eyes, down my nose, on my chin, forehead, anywhere that I have any redness. And then I'm taking this tiny little baby sponge by e.l.f. This is the smallest one in the trio. I'm just using this to blend out that concealer. I love this one because it gets right under my eyes. I have pretty sunken eye sockets, so sometimes it's hard with like the larger sponges to get in there, but this one fits perfectly. Moving on to setting powder, I'm using the Airspun by Coty, and I'm just taking that on that same little sponge and setting my under eye concealer, and then taking some on an e.l.f. brush, and then just setting the rest on my face. So this is something I've been wanting to try forever. This is one of the Chocolate Soleil bronzers by Too Faced. It smells so good. It smells just like chocolate. I'm taking it on a Luxie highlighting brush, and I'm just going to use this to more bronze than contour my face. I just wanted to add some warmth. This is a little bit orange, or not orange, but a little bit warm toned for me, but it's not too warm where I can't use it. I just definitely prefer a more cool toned one, but this is okay. Moving on to highlight, I'm taking this Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Illuminati, which I got in a BeautyCon box, and I'm taking this on a fan brush and just applying this to my cheeks. This is the first time that I used it, I think, and I thought it was going to be a little bit too dark, but it actually looks pretty good. I don't think it's too dark for my skin. Also applying a little bit down my nose and on my Cupid's bow, and then for blush, this is one of my favorites. It's the Down Boy blush by The Balm, and I'm just using one of the Kat Von D powder brushes to apply it. So this is a nourishing lip balm type thing by Pixi Beauty, and it has little nodule type things on it, so it kind of like exfoliates your lips as you're applying it. So I'm just prepping my lips before I move on to my lipstick. Going on to my brows, I felt like they were a little bit too light, so I'm taking this brow powder by Pony Cosmetics, and I'm just applying this with an angled brush by Smith, just to kind of darken them up a little bit to match my hair. Moving on to the lower lash line, taking this purple, and I'm just going to apply this all the way across using a shading brush by Real Techniques. Actually, I'm not going all the way across, I'm stopping about 2/3 of the way over, kind of mirroring where I placed the green with the purple. To smoke that out, I'm taking that Cosette brush again and just blending that so it kind of blends out a little bit more and it doesn't look so harsh. And then to make it even smokier, I'm taking the black on this weird little My Makeup brush set brush, and I'm just applying this up close to the lash line so it fades from a black to the purple. So for the inner corner highlight, I decided to just try the lightest shade in this palette, but I didn't like it. It just did not work for me. So I'm going back in with that highlighting powder that I used on my cheeks and applying that. And then I realized that this didn't look good either. So I ended up going and settling with this In Light Illuminator by Danessa Myricks. This is called Aura of Light. I'm just applying this with a fluffy brush to the inner corner so it blends as it's applying, and I just felt like that one looked the best. To line the waterline, I wanted to use something that was close to that purple eyeshadow, and this is the Deep Plum Endless Silky Eye Pen by Pixi Beauty. It's just a really pretty dark purple color. And then to finish the eyes, just applying some mascara to my lower lashes. For lipstick, I didn't know what color I wanted to use, but I knew I wanted to use one of these two. The lighter one is Trailblazer, the darker one is Socialite. These are the new Plush Cream lipsticks by Makeup Geek. First I decided with the lighter one, but then I realized that I just didn't like how that looked. This video, by the way, like I did not want to take out any of the mistakes that I made. Like I know I kind of changed my mind a few times, but that's pretty much what happens to me on a regular basis when I do my makeup. So yeah, it's kind of just like trial and error. So I ended up going with the darker one, which is Socialite, and I just applied that all over my lips. It's a super pretty cool toned, almost darker purple. And then I decided to go in with Trailblazer, the lighter one, and just apply a little bit of that in the center of my bottom and upper lips, just to make it look a little bit more like dimensional and kind of an ombre effect, which looks kind of cool. And that's it for the look. I hope you guys liked this video. If you've tried any of these new products, let me know your thoughts, and let me know what you want to see me do next. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!